I want to introduce you today to my book, A Brief History of Life, from the origin of life to the end of the universe. It has all the scientific references in it to everything contained in the book, but the references are all in the back, so the main body of the book is easy to read. It's a popular science book, and it explores every aspect of life, and by extension, it covers aspects about death as well. There's many things in it. The book starts with talking about the Big Bang and the evidence there is for that, but something that you perhaps hadn't thought about, that everything that is within you was created at the Big Bang. The stuff from which you are created and from which I'm created had its origin over 13 billion years ago. So everything inside of you, everything outside of you, everything that you can see all around you is billions of years old. Even the youngest cell within you is made from the fundamental particles created 13 million years ago. So everything within you, even the newest cells, are made from recycled material. I want to read a short chapter from my book to you about the book will have explained the science of fundamental particles of physics. It's quite complicated, but all the details are in the book in a quite easy to read section. So I'm going to read to you a short piece from the second chapter of the book, which talks about the fundamental particles from which everything is made. Every star in the sky, every planet in every solar system, every atom inside of you, every atom in me, every atom in your partner, every atom in the book you're reading or the chair you're sitting in or the bed that you're lying in, every one of those atoms is made from three fundamental particles. In the same way that three primary colours of red, green and blue are mixed to create thousands of different colours on your TV screen, the three fundamental particles of an up quark, a down quark and an electron are mixed to create every physical thing we can see in the universe. When I say every atom is made from the same thing, that's exactly what I mean. Each individual up quark is identical. Each individual down quark is identical, and each individual electron is identical. If you had a microscope powerful enough to see what a paperclip was made of, you would find it was made from quarks and electrons absolutely identical to the quarks and electrons of every cell in your body. That presents us with the first obstacle in our understanding of life. At the smallest level imaginable, when scientists examine the building blocks of life, they find no difference between something living and something that's not living. We're made from fundamental particles identical to the fundamental particles making everything else. There is no magic ingredient of life. There's no magic ingredient that makes you alive and the book that you might be reading dead. You and the book are created of the same stuff, not similar, but absolutely identical in every respect. Sean Carroll, a theoretical physicist and research professor at the California Institute of Technology, believes at a fundamental level there are not separate living things and non-living things. There is just the basic stuff of reality appearing to us in different forms. This presents an enormous challenge for anyone trying to define life, and an even greater challenge for anyone trying to find the origin of life. All matter, whether we choose to describe it as dead or alive, not only originated from identical fundamental particles, but is still made from those fundamental particles. That fact alone represents an almost insurmountable problem. It's not possible to differentiate from living and non-living things at a particle level, because there is no difference to find. The difference only appears when we stop looking at single particles or even single atoms or single organisms and consider how each of those particles, atoms and organisms interact together. Even there's difficulties. Almost 99% of the mass of a human body is made from only 6 elements: oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium and phosphorus. All these are assumed to be inanimate or elements. So how then can we define life? What's the difference between inanimate objects and living things? What causes us to believe some mixtures of fundamental particles and atoms create living things, whilst other mixtures of the same particles create non-living things? These are all the questions that are answered in a quite easy to understand form in this book. Here's a pause for thought at the end of this chapter. The fundamental particles from which you are made are identical to the fundamental particles from which everything else you can see and feel is also made. Well, I hope I've whetted your appetite. I hope you'll go out and buy the book if you haven't already got it. It's available now. It's available in paperback, in ebook format too. And I hope if you get it that you'll do a review on the site wherever you get it from. It's you can also let me know too how you get on. If you can contact me via my own website, via my publisher's website, and I hope you enjoy the book. It took me years of research, and all the research is listed at the back of the book. All the references are at the back of the book. All the scientists I've quoted are at the back of the book. The book starts with the NASA definition of life. And there's a good quote on the cover from the Professor Gerald Joyce, the co-author of the NASA definition of life. He's looked at this book and he's put a quote that the book covers everything from the Big Bang to the afterlife. It's all in here. Hope you enjoy it.